Afternoon, y'all. It is Saturday. I was off today finally, and I'm not used to these daytime hours, so I've been kind of like getting up at 11 o'clock at night and poking around for 2 hours on the internet, and then trying to go back to sleep, and then waking up at like 4 and then getting ready to go to work. Well, because of the rain, the weather was kind of crappy, and I got done a little early on Friday, so I came home and, you know, tied one on and cooked dinner and did the norm. And Mom had called me on the way. I was on my way home from work. I'm going to be over in the morning. It'll be early. I'll help you clean. Well, I woke up at somewhere in the middle of the night, and I cleaned in the middle of the night. So she showed up and there was nothing to do. She goes, well, maybe the next time I come over, we'll organize that closet. Well, I'll kind of get in there and try to. I said, well, let's do it on a weekend that I'm here so I can help you, because it's kind of, that's frightening back there. I have this area in my pantry. It's kind of like a catch-all kind of thing. But anyway, instead of, I didn't want to tell her that, I had done everything already. So I just let her show up, and I didn't get a chance to, do anything with her for her birthday, which was in the middle of the month. So I was like, yeah, there's nothing really to do. I have like 4 shirts I need to put away. I can do them in about 5 seconds. And I figured, because I went ahead and did everything in the middle of the night because I woke up. Well, let's go to breakfast and just go shopping and take care of shit. And we'll stop at the ATM and I'll get you money for the weeks that you did do. And I didn't have any cash on me. And yeah, we'll just make a day of it. And she's like, that sounds like a great idea. I had the best fucking time. We went, actually, there is a little restaurant that is like packed to the brim. It took us forever to get served. I mean, this place is just slammed all the time. I see these cars, they are packed to the brim. Holy mother of God. God, that food is good. Holy crap. They did wonderful. Best place ever. And it's like right up the street from my house. So I was totally excited. I said, Mom, let's go here. I said, she wanted to go to Cracker Barrel. And I was like, the only reason I want to go to Cracker Barrel, because I like their hash brown casserole. She's like, it's not the same anymore. She goes, if you go there, we go to go shopping. Like buy like interesting trinket shit in the little gift shop thing. She goes, but the service isn't the same. It's not the same. The food isn't the same. She goes, they used to have that little parfait thing, and they don't have it anymore. And I said, well, do they still have the blackberry cobbler? Because that's about the only reason we'd go there anyway, was for the blackberry cobbler and have vanilla ice cream on it. Anyway, so she was like, I don't know, you might get disappointed, because last time we went, really not impressed, kind of thing. So we went to this other little spot up the road from my house, and I'll tell you what, now I know why it's packed to the brim every day. Absolutely wonderful. So we got done shopping and everything, and she was fascinated. She was like, I got a question. What are these cactuses? And I was like, oh, those are dragon fruits. She said, what the hell is a dragon fruit? So she had to go to the grocery store because she had to buy lettuce, because she's going to this church thing. They're probably eating right now. And it started at about 4 o'clock. So she needed to have time to go home and, put together this salad thing for this little church thing that she had going on. And so while we were at the grocery store, I bought her a red one and a yellow one. And that's basically what I've got growing in here. Now the original, these are the, oh, I gotta throw you away. These are the 2 original seeds. I started growing them in a yogurt container type of thing. And these are about 4 years old. in their individual pots. Now, I have another one. It's a pot this big. It's basically like a wild bunch. And they're, these are, I mean, they're about 4 years old, but, I mean, he's pretty long. And these are the most unique cactuses ever. Their spines, they're a little prickly if you got thin skin. I got pretty callousy hands, so they don't bother me much. But they love water. These are tropical, like rainforest type of cactus originating type of species, and they love water. They love it. They're drought tolerant, but this is a type of cactus you can water it like almost every day, and it ain't gonna die. You won't drown it, I can assure you. So these are the red ones. God, when were they? It was January. I think it was like 2018, 2019 when I planted them. So yeah, they're going on about 6 years. They take a long time to get big. If I put them outside, I probably and kept them wet all the time. Yeah, they'd probably be huge. But yeah, I have the yellow one and the red one. So we visited a little bit, and we drove around town, and we picked up some stuff. Went to Walgreens, and and I spent the day with my mom, and we weren't cleaning anything because I had pretty much taken care of the bulk of it. There wasn't anything for her to do, so I just gave her gas money for coming all the way down here and just spending the morning with me, and got me up and moving and out of the house. I don't get to do that very often at all, especially with her. She's so busy with church. Her church stuff is like they've got like elderly that they go and they take to appointments, and they help them with grocery shopping and things like that, members of the church. And so yeah, but yeah, it was a good time. I had a great day. So yeah, no drama. I just uploaded a short of something I discovered on Google. I was totally amazed. I eat a lot of Parmesan cheese. I do the real stuff, the good stuff, when I'm like cooking like sauces and everything. But as a topper, I'll use that cheap shit. I don't care. And yeah, I know it's got cellulose in it, but you know what? If I was hungry and there was nothing on the ground to eat, I would be carving into a fucking tree and eating it. So that is one substance. Yeah, it's probably not good for me, but in desperation, you're starving. Yeah, you'd eat a rock. So if they put it in there to keep it from caking up and being crazy, whatever. As long as it doesn't have other shit in it. So yeah, I buy the expensive version of the cheap shit. Anyway, I've got tons of those caps. I've got tons of those Parmesan cheese container things. I use them for screws. Yeah. But I would say, something, for example, like cinnamon sugar. I think that would be great. That would, yeah, I've got a container up here. I think we're going to ASMR and organize. And cocoa powder. Put it in the big jar. Yeah. Keep the mice out of it. Yeah, I found a mouse earlier. Well, I didn't find him. He tried to be stealthy across the floor. I was like, you sneaky little fuck. How did you get in here? I found out how he got in there. I have an old house. I haven't redone the floors yet. And there's spots on this one wall where they had routed cable. Like when we used to have cable, it plugged into the back of the TV kind of thing. And they got some real like slipshot and holds in the floor. That's why I'm just going to encapsulate the floors. I'm not even going to redo them. But I got beautiful hardwood floors. I think the hardwood flooring in here is probably worth more than the house is. But yeah, I put a piece of board over it. And put the desk over top of the boards, holding it down. I don't give a shit. See if I can keep the little buggers out. And meanwhile, I've got some more decon on the way. Apparently, the little nuggets that you use to poison these little buggers with. It's like, you know, you got a mouse, you put it in the little thing. You come home one day and you have this little, like, crispy critter on your floor. In the middle of it. You just pick them up and throw them away. But I've also got traps, too. So, the snap traps. That, you know, we don't do the sticky traps. My sister had one of those. And the little bugger literally tortured himself by slamming with the trap attached to his back into the space between the stove and the cabinet and broke free. My sister found the trap. It was stuck up against the stove and had a tuft of hair in the middle of it. So, yeah. Anyway, old house. Yeah, I've tried to get every hole. I've found their little entry points. I've done the best I can, but every now and come winter time and the autumn when it gets chilly at night, yeah, those little buggers, they somehow find their way in. So, yeah, it's normal. And I do what I can to get rid of them when I see them. But anyway. I just sent a short Candace Owens. God, I fucking love her. I have loved her since she went off a women's rights pride parade thingy. Oh my God, she had me laughing so freaking hard. You know, some of the stuff that these, like, radical leftists are doing, you know, it's not, it's funny, but it's not. Yeah, it's like, you're just like, what the fuck? You're like, you start, like, doing that weird calculator filter, like, how does anybody exist in this world thinking this way? It's like, how are you still alive? You know? You're, like, breaking every law of natural selection there is. Like, you were like one of those people that should have died of a Darwin Award fucking 20 years ago. What is wrong with people? I don't get it. I don't get it. I was watching Benny Johnson earlier. Some poor black woman and her friends, you know, they're conservative black women. You know, everybody has their right to be who they want to be. They had a white liberal Karen, they fucking, like, attack them in a restaurant. And she was like, what the hell? What is wrong with you? Yeah. Yeah, there's a problem. Major psychological decline going on in this country where, you know, you just can't control yourselves. What's wrong with y'all? You know? Oh yeah, there's plenty of times where I see things and it's just like, God, I want to tell you off 7 ways to Sunday, but you know what? At the end of the day, you ain't paying my bills. Maybe God's got a plan for you and you're meant to be on a Darwin list. Happy Saturday, y'all.